Hey guys, it's Carl Brown from GuitarLessons365.com. Today we're going to continue, many years later, our look at battery here. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to finish the intro. So we're going to do the first half of this lesson on acoustic, and then we're going to take a look at the electric part, which, you know, if you know the acoustic part, you pretty much know the electric part. They're very, very similar of the intro. And then that'll get us caught up to where the first video started, and then which teaches a couple of the main riffs and stuff, and then in a few days we're going to pick up where that video ended and learn the rest of the song with all the solos and all that fun stuff. All right, so this intro, not very difficult to play, even though I've never seen a video of Metallica. I can't find a video of Metallica actually playing this because it requires like 4 guitars. So that's why. So we're going to learn all the guitar parts. They're pretty simple to play though. We're in standard tuning here. We're going to start with the main, you know, rhythm part that goes under it. All right, so it's based around starting with an E minor chord. Now you have to play it this way now. So we're going to start with a low E string, open, second fret on the A, second fret on the B. Hold those. I'm sorry, second fret on the D string. Sorry. So we have this. You're gonna place now your the 3rd fret there on the D string and strum across, and then release that and pick the 2nd fret on the D. So I have this, and it's kind of a, it's not like a strum. It's kind of a rake, kind of raking across the strings. So we have that. Then you're gonna jump back here, go. Very cool chord. That's the 1st fret on the low E, open A string, and the 2nd fret on the D. And now just move up to the 2nd fret on the E there. Still playing the same, open A and the 2nd fret on the D. Then the open D string. While you're doing that, shift up and grab the power chord here off the 3rd fret of the A, low E, 5th fret of the A, along with the open D and G strings. So we have this. And repeat. All right, so that keeps going on a loop. And then we have the first kind of lead guitar part comes in. And then they slowly start adding a new harmony on top while the one before it continues going. So let me show you all 3 harmony parts. And so it's basically learning the same exact lick in just 3 different spots. So we have this. All right, so we have this. It's this 4/5 on the G, over to 7 on the D. Then again, and then do it again, down to the 5th fret on the D. So I have this. And then end it 5/4 on the G. Now we repeat the same melody, but we have a quick little trill in there. So it's that one in the middle, we do this. So picking 4 and then hammer 4/5, pull back off to 4, over to 7 on the D. So we have this. Then keep going like before. All right, so after you get through the first this, we have this part comes in. All right, so what you want to think of is these are the exact same patterns. You know, the trill, since this comes in after you've gone one time through, when you start this next one, The trill is going to happen the first time through this riff. But for the most part, they're just repeating the exact same pattern. They're just coming in at different times. So this part, let me show you basically the same pattern. You do that. So see, that was just 4 notes we were using to do that. So you're going to do the same thing now with these 4 notes. So we have this. It's a 3-5 on the B and a 5-4 on the G. So we have. So if you play that, exact same thing. But like I said, when you first come in with this harmony part, it's the one that we have the little trill in there, so it sounds like this. So it should be pretty easy to follow along here what I'm doing, as long as you know those 4 notes. It's the exact same. If you know that one, just put the kind of same pattern together. Then we're going to move it up here. The next harmony part is this. Now they could have played this down here. Like I said, there's no really videos of them doing this, so there's really no way of knowing. However, I think the guitar sounds better here up on the B string. So that's probably where they did it. So that is 8-10 on the B to 9 on the G, and then back. So the 4 notes you're doing are 7, 9, 8 on the G, and 8 and 10 on the B. So the same exact pattern. And then we repeat with the trill. All right, so after you've got those down, so just as it builds up, this is going on underneath the root. And then that keeps going as we add the next highest part and then add the highest part. So it becomes 4 guitar parts together. That's why they don't do it live. Now, let's take a look at the electric guitar parts. All right, so I kind of extended that a little bit so you can kind of see all the different parts that are going on, and that it was the same as the acoustic part for the most part. And then we have that little tail that we put on it that I make sure you saw as well. So let's break this down. Now, what's the difference between the main part? So we have the open E power chord that starts at, and then quick little mutes on the low E string going into the next chord, which is still the same chord as on the acoustic guitar, into the same chord changing, then the open mutes again into the standard G power chord. So this. All right, so over that, we already have the harmony section going. Now it's played the exact same way, except the first 2 notes each time of each lick are palm muted. So just always make sure you're muting those first 2 notes. Then, so just look out for those. Everything else is played the same. Just look out for those. This is the only difference there, is that those notes are muted. All right, you might want to palm mute them. I mean, do them with all downstrokes to make it sound a little bit better. All right, so that ending is the only thing you really need to know is this. Now here I've also probably put two parts together because they do that chord in the main riff of the song that's coming up that we've already covered. So we're just gonna adding that, but also we also have that. So we're gonna do both together. So you can just do it with one guitar. So we have this opening E power chord, then the B power chord based off the second fret of the A string, then the G power chord that we just played off the third fret of the low E. And then what you're going to do is go down to the second fret there with your index, up to the sixth with your pinky, and add the fourth fret there on the D. So that's probably putting two guitar parts together, one just doing that, and the other one going playing those like that. So if you have two guitar parts, you just have one play the power chord, go down, and the other one go up. But that chord, and then into the main riff, which we covered in an earlier video. So stay tuned. In a few days, we're gonna have pretty much all the remaining sections of Battery ready for you. I'll see you then.